Good evening. Impossible is for the unwilling, once said by John Keats. Welcome to BMC News Live, presented by Al Hilal Hospitals and Medical Centers English News. Myself, Shana Sultana, joining you with the daily news updates. Today's headlines.
More free trade zones in Bahrain suggested. 2,000 expatriates benefited from Golden Visa push. Saudi Arabia launched Mecca route in 5 countries. Abu Dhabi hosted Bollywood award ceremony post-pandemic.
Today's news in detail. 50% of the government's initiatives to achieve economic recovery following the pandemic have been implemented successfully, with efforts now in full swing to accomplish the rest. Details were revealed yesterday by Finance and National Economy Minister Sheikh Salman bin Khalid Al Khalifa during a high-profile conference to outline the comprehensive measures adopted by the kingdom in line with the blueprint. More free trade zones in Bahrain suggested. Increasing free trade zones in Bahrain along with developing legislation to expedite the settlement of legal cases were among key recommendations reached yesterday during a high-profile conference. Promoting the establishment of projects that enhance the tourism sector in Bahrain were also among the recommendations highlighted at the Economic Recovery Forum, which was organized by the Shura Council in collaboration with the Bahrain Institute of Banking and Finance Asset Headquarters in Bahrain Bay and supported by the National Bank of Bahrain. 2,000 benefited from Golden Visa push. Around 2,000 expatriates have benefited from the Golden Residency Visa program since it was launched in February this year, revealed a top minister. The long-term visa for non-Bahrainis is part of Bahrain's economic recovery plan to attract global talent and boost investment. Al Hilal Hospitals and Medical Centers Bahrain's COVID updates.
COVID updates brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital and Medical Centers.
Heritage homes must be saved. A call has gone out to preserve 2 old homes built between 1966 and 1970 in Isa Town, the Gulf's oldest modern-style residential city. Parliament and Shura Council Affairs Minister Ghanim Al Buainain had previously said that only one of the 2 would be selected as a National Heritage Monument after being shortlisted from several homes. Kingdom to have blacklist of invasive species of animals. Bahrain will soon have a blacklist of invasive alien species of plants and animals to protect the environment. Invasive alien species are animals and plants that are introduced accidentally or deliberately into a natural environment where they are not naturally found, with serious and negative consequences for their new surroundings. Fiber optics plan to cover 95% of residential areas by 2024. Efforts are in full swing to ensure that at least 95% of all residential areas in Bahrain are fully covered by fiber optics by 2024. According to Transportation and Telecommunications Minister Kamal Ahmed, Bahrain is the first country on a global level to have nationwide 5G coverage. Citizens who intend to run for parliamentary and municipal elections are considered candidates once the nomination application is approved by the Supervisory Committee, said Legislation and Legal Opinion Commission. The Commission has called on everyone to assume their national responsibility and stay clear of any practices likely to mar the kingdom's democratic environment. The Joint Economic Committee between the Industry, Commerce and Tourism Ministry and the Bahrain Chamber held its 37th meeting. Minister Zayed Al Zayani and Chamber Chairman Samir Nas attended along with members of the committee. Now we shall go for short commercial break.
All your favorite products under one roof in Bahrain at 27-year-old Megamart and Macromart. Bakery, fresh meat and fish, fruits and vegetables, sweets and snacks, ready-to-eat foods, dairy products, grocery or consumer goods. Megamart and Macromart, full of goodness.
Welcome back. The inauguration of BMC Film Society in new venture of Bahrain Media City and BMC Lead Award ceremony were held at Indian Club Auditorium. Report.
The inauguration of the BMC Film Society, an innovative venture of IMAC Bahrain Media City, and the BMC Lead Award ceremony was held at the Indian Club Auditorium recently. The ceremony was presided over by Francis Kaidarat, Chairman and Managing Director of Bahrain Media City. The chief guest was His Excellency Engineer Ahmad Abdulaziz Al Kayat, Under Secretary, Work Affairs. J. Menon, Project Director of BMC Film Society, welcomed the audience, and Mathupal, famous actor, director, writer, and Chairman of Kerala State Cultural Activists Welfare Fund Board, lighted the lamp and inaugurated the event. The new BMC Lead magazine, under the leadership of senior journalist Raji Unnikrishnan, is released in the event. Ravi Kumar Jain, Second Secretary of Embassy of India in Bahrain, handed over the first copy of the magazine to Govindath Mudukad. World-renowned magician and motivational speaker Govindath Mudukad delivered the keynote address. ActLab Cochin head Sajeev Nampiat, Yusuf Fulad, Vice President Bahrain Cinema Company, Kaim Cherian, President Indian Club, and Shirley Anthony, Director of Operations, addressed the gathering. Film Society Project Director Prakash Vatakara explained about the future activities. Pravasi Bharatiya Samman winner and BMC Lead Award Jury Chairman Soman Bibi talked in detail about the BMC Lead Awards. Govindath Mudukad, UNICEF celebrity advocate, founder of the Different Arts Center, Thiruvananthapuram, and well-known social activist, received the first BMC Lead Humanitarian Award. The first BMC Lead Philanthropist Award was received by the Al Arayat Group holding heads Nasser Al Arayat, Jihan Al Arayat, and Miriam Al Arayat from the chief guests. First Lead Business Icon Award is received by Ramesh Ranganathan, Managing Director of Santee Excavation and Construction. Bahrain Media City's Lead Healthcare Award was presented to Al Hilal Hospital for the outstanding performance in healthcare services in Bahrain. Dr. Sharath, Chief Executive Officer, Asif, Regional Marketing Head, and Sahal, Finance Manager, received the award from the chief guest for Al Hilal Hospital Group. The release of the BMC Privilege Card by Bahrain Media City and the launch of the revamped website were also conducted. During the ceremony, Francis Kaidarat handed over the mementos of Bahrain Media City to all the guests. Bahrain Media City honored acting workshop participants, Bahrain Media City staff, event sponsors, and performers with gifts. The event featured a number of dance performances. Marina Francis and Anish Nirmalan were the masters of ceremonies. BMC Head of Operations Lisan D. Cruz, Media Head Praveen Krishna, Project Manager Blasan Tenmala, Sales Manager Sundar Balagopalan, Anil, Pravish, Anwar and Manikutan controlled the flow of events.
Foreign Minister Dr. Abdul Latif Al-Zayani yesterday received U.S. Embassy Charge d'Affaires Maggie Nardi and reviewed the historic friendly relations and strategic partnership between Bahrain and the U.S. They also discussed means of further enhancing coordination in the interest of both sides. His Royal Highness Prince Salman issued edict. His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, yesterday issued an edict restructuring the National Non-Communicable Diseases Committee, chaired by the Health Minister. The panel features 19 members for a 3-year term. 100 roll trees and 91 poicinio trees have been planted in the residential Khalifa city. The National Initiative for Agricultural Development (NIAD) coordinated the Green Drive with the Works, Municipalities Affairs and Urban Planning Ministry and the Supreme Council for the Environment with the support of Standard Chartered Bank. Saudi Arabia launched Mecca route in 5 countries. The Ministry of Interior launched the Mecca Route initiative in 5 countries including Pakistan, Malaysia, Indonesia, Morocco and Bangladesh for the 4 years since launching the initiative for the first time in 2019. The ministry said that the Mecca Route initiative aims to receive the pilgrims and complete their procedures from their countries with ease. It starts with issuing the visa electronically and taking the vital characteristics and then passing through the complete passport procedures at the airport of the country of departure after verifying the availability of health requirements. Abu Dhabi hosted Bollywood Awards ceremony post-pandemic. Indian celebrities and Bollywood stars walked a green carpet at the start of the International Indian Film Academy Awards in Abu Dhabi. The ceremony had been twice cancelled in the last 2 years due to the coronavirus pandemic, but the famous of Bollywood arrived in the capital of United Arab Emirates, UAE, excited to be a part of the ceremony. Indian actress Sharwai Wagh acknowledged the links between the UAE, a nation of 9 million people where Indians represent an estimated 3.5 million, and the Bollywood scene. UAE warned residents against sharing SIM cards. Sharing a SIM card registered in your name with someone else will not only expose you to fraud, it could even land you in legal trouble, authorities have warned. Residents must not buy SIM cards and give them to others, nor allow someone else to use SIM cards registered in their names. If a crime is committed using the number, it will lead back to the person whose name the SIM is registered. It may take time to prove that the card was being used by someone else. The officials said there have been multiple incidents where a SIM card was used to facilitate a crime without the owner's knowledge, all because he or she shared their SIM card with a colleague or a friend or failed to dispose it of properly. UAE sets for GCC's lowest tax rate as global corporate brace for hikes. The median corporate tax rates in leading economies worldwide fell to a new low of 25.1% in 2021, which is nearly 3 times of the 9% tax rate that the UAE is going to implement from June 2023. The study by UHY says that with the COVID-19 pandemic leaving a gaping hole in the public finances of countries around the world, the trend of declining corporate tax rates worldwide is likely to be over for the foreseeable future. Businesses worldwide should be prepared for their tax costs to begin to rise in the upcoming years. Several countries have announced their intention to raise the tax rate. The UK announced raising corporate tax rates to 25% from April 2023. President Biden has also pledged to raise federal corporate income tax to 28%. The UAE, typically renowned as a low tax jurisdiction, recently introduced corporate tax at one of the lowest rates across the globe, 9% for financial years starting on or after June 1st, 2023. In the realm of multinationals, UAE will adhere to the global minimum tax rate of 15%, which 136 countries have agreed to under the aegis of the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development (OECD), the study said. Monkeypox cases outside Africa rise to 780 in 3 weeks. There have been 780 confirmed cases of monkeypox in countries where the virus is not usually found, the World Health Organization (WHO) says. That is roughly triple the 257 cases it reported a week ago. Most of these new cases are in Europe and North America, as well as small numbers in Mexico, Argentina, Morocco, and the United Arab Emirates. The UK has the most cases with 207, followed by Spain with 156 and Portugal with 138. It has been revealed. With this, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Live English at 7:30 p.m. Thank you so much for watching. Signing off by Shina Sultana. Good night.